They killed him. At the altar, steel met bone. Blood stained the stone floor of the cathedral. And the words that may have sealed his fate? Will no one rid me of this turbulent priest? For knights took it as a command. Welcome to Behind the Crime. Step into the real stories, raw footage, and shocking truths. His name was Thomas Becket, Archbishop of Canterbury. Once the closest friend of Henry II, they drank together, hunted together, ruled together, until power came between them. Henry wanted control over the church. Becket said no. What began as friendship turned into
this realm
open
is
war.
mine. I
Not
serve a
with
higher
swords,
power, Majesty.
with law, with pride, with God. December 29th, 1170. The cathedral was cold, quiet. Becket had returned from exile. He knew tensions were rising. He knew enemies were watching. Then they arrived for armored knights. Reginald Fitzurse, Hugh de Morville, William de Tracy, Richard Le Breton. They demanded he submit to the king. He refused. Voices rose. Boots scraped stone. The monks tried to close the cathedral doors. Becket stopped them. "This is God's house," he said. "I will not turn it into a fortress." The knights left. For a moment, silence. Then they came back, swords drawn, inside a church. They cornered him near the altar. One blow knocked him down. Another split his skull. A final strike shattered his head, scattering brain and blood across sacred stone. A monk would later whisper, "The pavement ran red." There was no mystery about who did it. Witnesses saw everything. The question was bigger. Did the king order it? Or did four men act on rage and ambition? Weeks earlier, Henry had exploded in fury over Becket's defiance. Chroniclers recorded his outburst. "Will no one rid me of this turbulent priest?" Was it a command? Or just frustration? The knights claimed loyalty. They said they were defending royal authority. The church called it murder. Europe watched, and the pressure mounted. The twist? The killers thought they would be rewarded. Instead, they were excommunicated. And the king? Public outrage turned him into a suspect in the court of opinion. Pilgrims flooded Canterbury, calling Becket a martyr. Miracles were reported at his tomb. And in 1174, in a shocking act of penance, King Henry II walked barefoot to Canterbury. He allowed monks to whip him. Publicly, a king beaten in repentance. The murdered archbishop had more power in death than he ever did in life. The case is closed. The killers eventually joined the Crusades. History swallowed them. Becket, canonized as a saint. His shrine became one of medieval Europe's greatest pilgrimage sites, until it was destroyed centuries later under Henry VIII. The blood was washed away. But the question remains, did four knights misunderstand a king? Or did a king whisper a death sentence and pretend innocence? Because sometimes the most powerful weapon is a sentence spoken in anger, and once it's released, you can't call it back. Thank you for watching this episode of Behind the Crime. We share these stories not to sensationalize, but to remember the victims, learn from the past, and raise awareness. If you found this story compelling, consider subscribing and turning on notifications. We explore real cases that deserve to be told. And remember, justice doesn't always come quickly, but truth has a way of surfacing. Stay safe. Stay curious. Behind the Crime.